Talk about going across town right now to Westwood, where hundreds are camping on the campus of UCLA. You're looking at a live picture right now from Skyfox. It's outside at USC, also with camping in the morning. And here we are live right now at UCLA. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf is there on the ground. Matthew?
Christine, Alex, a very different situation than what we were seeing at USC just yesterday. Hundreds of protesters here, and it's very organized. I'll step out of the way, and we're actually right now seeing some counter-protesters. You might be able to see the police, campus police here as well, in between the counter-protesters and the demonstrators. This, as the camp-in, really might be just beginning. A fortified wooden wall surrounds dozens of tents in the center of UCLA's campus. Hundreds of pro-Palestinian students and demonstrators protesting the Israel-Hamas war.
We are here because we have a set of demands, including divestment with our university in UCLA.
Organizers hear from Students for Justice in Palestine and the UC Divest Coalition at UCLA.
It's all about kind of commitment to solidarity. It's all about learning about what's happening in Palestine. It's about providing a safe environment for people who are choosing to be here in community with us.
The group's encampment, set up early Thursday morning, includes a medical tent, library, and media check-in. Outside the walls, occasional heated discussions.
Still get the class just fine. You know, I think even if it did disrupt some people, that might be kind of the point. So if you feel disrupted, maybe it allows you to think a little bit more about what's happening.
I think this is a shame. Shame that UCLA administration is allowing this to happen.
Eli Civis, a Jewish freshman at UCLA, finds the demonstration offensive.
The best example is my friends. They don't feel comfortable to walk around school with their necklaces. They take their kippas off. They try to look as less visibly Jewish as they can because they're worried that one day something bad will happen to them.
Late Thursday afternoon, the group decided to expand across the quad, pulling material from a nearby construction bin.
Just for like student solidarity and solidarity in other nations and stuff like that.
Media liaison?
No, I'm not.
We're trying not to have anyone interviewed unless they're with the media.
That's perfect.
We were with other media trying to speak with supporters as the new walls and shields closed in around us. It's a public space, which is the reason that you guys are here too. We were told we could no longer record. More than 90 pro-Palestinian protesters arrested Wednesday on the private campus at nearby rival USC. A spokesperson from UCLA says our top priority is always the safety and well-being of our entire Bruin community. We're actively monitoring the situation to support a peaceful campus environment that respects our community's right to free expression while minimizing disruption to our teaching and learning mission.
We go to school to make changes. We go to school and study all these case studies, but if we can't come out of our classrooms and really make a change and really stand in action, then there's no point of being in class.
We can hear people with different opinions kind of clashing behind us, but I gotta show you this. So there's room to expand. They've already expanded once in this quad, but it could go even further, and it's already kind of cornered off by campus police. You can't really walk through here to come in. You have to walk around in order to get in. So this could be going for some time. It doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon. Reporting live, Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
Matthew, why do so many of the demonstrators who are there to share their perspective cover their faces?
That's a great question. It seems like they're not necessarily wanting to be on camera. We have a demonstrator trying to speak with us right now, but they're trying to hide their identity for whatever reason that may be. And yeah, they don't want to speak and they don't want to show their face on camera.
And do you get a sense of how many of them are actually students or maybe demonstrators that have been doing demonstrations like this for a long time in the streets of Los Angeles?
I think there's a mix. I mean, I think today there's probably more students here than yesterday at USC. That one felt like 50-50. If I had to guess, I'd say this one's about 75% students, at least in the actual encampment itself. Outside that, there's some onlookers and stuff that, you know, I've been seeing this on the news and wanted to come be a part of it. But generally speaking, I would say mostly inside this camp, we're seeing students. You can see they've got security, their own security, and someone looks like like inside there right now that they don't want to have in there. They're chasing around.
Well, at this hour, shortly after 5 o'clock, a much different picture at UCLA compared to yesterday's USC, where police were moving in. LAPD was forming up at about this time. So we'll keep a watch on this situation.
Yeah, let's see what's happening here. So our photographer, Sam Dubin, is moving in. Clearly there's something happening.
Yeah, it looks like, so the people in the yellow and orange vest are kind of the organizers, and someone is being taken away right now. Looks like they're filming them as well.
Taken away by who?
This is kind of what was... These are the organizers in the bright yellow highlighter shirts.
Are they're performing like a citizen's arrest? This is a...
Well, basically, you're not allowed in there unless you go through their own security department. And this is what happened to us when they expanded. They expanded kind of where media was standing, and we were told we had to leave. And that's when you heard me saying, you know, this is public for us just like it is for you.
So I'm wondering, with all the tents there, have you seen...
Whoa, it looks like a little bit of a scuffle there behind that tent.
Yeah, it looks like there is. We're going to run over this direction and just see kind of what's going on. It does look like there's a little bit of possible fighting going on here.
Wow.
Well, yesterday at USC, they tried to set up the tents in the morning. They went in at 4:30 in the morning. By 5 o'clock at night, those tents were gone, but they had the people chaining themselves arm in arm who were in defiant and ready to be arrested. Here you have a lot of tents completely set up as if they're going to be there all night.
Well, and there's
so
a big
basically,
Go ahead.
It looks like a counter protester got inside, and they're making him leave. You can see all the people around him kind of making him leave, but he's trying to stay in.
Well, you know, it is interesting the difference between UCLA, which is a public school, which does not have gates and is not considered private property, and USC, which is a private school, does now have gates and is considered private property. And they were, you know, much quicker to remove this sort of thing from USC than at UCLA, which is, of course, run by state leaders and may let this thing go for some time. But you get a sense of some of the animosity happening here.
I'm wondering, too, as we look here, Alex. Go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah, I mean, this is way different than what we were seeing yesterday at USC. Obviously, the police moved in and shut it down, and it was, you know, peaceful. And I will say this one's been peaceful today, but anytime there's a counter-protester around or someone that gets inside this, that's when the demonstrators get upset.
I'm trying to read his sign. I don't know if you get a better view of it. It says, "Come talk." Obviously, we can't show all signs because sometimes the language on them, but I do want to wonder, I do question what is on his sign there. Matthew, if you can paint a picture for that.
Israel is not apartheid, come talk, is what it says.
So he's trying to begin a dialogue about what's happening with Israel, but it seems like there doesn't seem to want to be much of a dialogue happening inside here. This is also a situation, Matthew, which is very different than what we saw yesterday at USC in terms of the number of security officers, the number of police in place, too. It doesn't look from your picture like there's very much campus security, campus police, or LAPD
like
and anywhere around.
We have seen campus police kind of in the surrounding area, but inside the zone, it's really the demonstrators' zone, and they control who goes in and who comes out. And so far, I mean, I don't see any campus police inside the zone. We are seeing some around it, but right now this is it's pretty out of control inside. You know,
it is so interesting to see the wooden panels that you showed right there that are a perimeter now for this area where they are keeping. I
just want to show you. I just want to show you what happens if you try to walk in.
No, we can't let you in. We're not letting anyone in right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
So does that mean school officials? Does that mean campus police? Who can't come in there?
Can more students come in? Not right now.
Why?
That person just walked in.
Do you mind asking them why you can't come in?